Manchester United have big plans for 2025 and they will be looking to sign a left back, but who could that left back signing be? Benjamin Sesko on the cards for a transfer in 2025 as well. Barcelona wonder kid wanted, but will Man United manage to lure him from Barcelona? And a huge 7 billion boost coming in from Ineos towards the UK economy as part of the stadium project. Marcus Rashford very happy and sharp in training. Lenny Euro return date revealed. The new Mainoo deal was being prepared. Reports outlining the impact of Ineos so far on United. More news on transfers, and Ineos potentially looking to replace Tenag at the end of the season. Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and welcome back to your 10-minute Manchester United news update. Please do go ahead and hit that like button if you have not already, and of course subscribe down below if you're new. It really helps out the channel as we're on that road to 100,000 subscribers. And in the description, I will add a link to vote me in the Football Content Awards if you have not already. I've been nominated for the Best Influencer category, the Best in Video individual category, and the Best Premier League Content Creator category. I'll remind you again halfway towards the end of the video as well. But let's talk about this story coming in from Ben Jacobs, and I do apologise for getting a little bit of lag coming through. Manchester United might not be too active in the January market without departures, but 2025 planning for the next window or summer is well underway. So they're saying we might not spend big in January. I think January it's maybe a left back if Shaw gets injured, maybe an iPad, maybe someone small. I know we've looked at people like Dibbling and stuff, but I see that as a summer signing. Casemiro, Eriksson, Anthony and Lindelof's futures are all uncertain. I all expect them to leave in the summer. And it was said that Director of Recruitment Christopher Vivell, who was brought in on a short-term contract, looks set to continue for the foreseeable future and has made a strong impression. He was big in the addition of Saku Kone, but Manchester United are really impressed with the work that Vivell has done, and he looks set to continue a little bit further on. We do know he's a big fan of Nagelsmann, so if we do have to reassess Tenag's future, I think Nagelsmann could become a strong favourite at United because of how much Vivell rates him. But it looks like United are keeping an eye on the January window. Nothing major planned unless there's a sale. They want to sell Casemiro, Eriksson, Anthony Lindelof, maybe even Maguire in 2025. I think Dibbling would replace Anthony or Gittins or someone. I think someone like Angel Gomez would replace Eriksson. Someone like Walton replaces Casemiro. And someone like Brownpate replaces Maguire, Lindelof. I think that's what United want to do. Interestingly, it was said that United still want a young left-back, and both Kirkes is one profile, Bournemouth's Kirkes is one profile being explored, but Bournemouth want close to 40 million. Now, I know that Kirkes is a lot younger than Anthony Robinson, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. I do think Anthony Robinson is a better player than Kirkes, and I wouldn't want to spend more than 25 million on Kirkes, and I think Anthony Robinson's ready now. I think it gives time for Amas to develop and come through and replace him. I personally prefer Anthony Robinson. It was also said that Bayern Munich's Alphonso Davies is another name being considered by United, but the strong expectation remains that he will join Real Madrid on a free transfer next summer, is what's been said by Ben Jacobs. Look, I'd love Alphonso Davies, but like Trent, Real Madrid have this thing where they get good players to sort of run down their contract and join them. They tried to do it with Euro, it went wrong, so then they got really annoyed. They did it with Mbappe. They almost did it with Camavinga. They brought him 1 year ago. It's once Real Madrid see a gem, okay, Alphonso Davies will get you on a free. That's what they want to do. What else was said on the left back situation? Because we continuously still get linked to Ben Chilwell, even though he makes Luke Shaw look fit. He's that injury prone. It was said United's stance on Ben Chilwell was not expected to change in January, even on a half-season loan. The idea is to buy a younger and permanent left back. That plan won't change unless injuries dictate the short-term solutions, saying the only shots of Ben Chilwell coming in is if we're really desperate in January, which I still don't think Ineos want to do those really desperation deals in January. I think they'd probably spend 30 million on Robinson, then bringing Chilwell on loan. It was also said that United could add another striker. Interest remains in Sesko, who's expected to leave next summer. Arsenal still favourites. Look, I like Sesko. I'm a massive fan of Sesko, but I believe in Højlund, and I think Sesko is the same as Højlund. If Sesko was here and not Rasmus Højlund, we wouldn't have any more goals because we're not creating service for him. Unless we're creating mass amounts of service for Højlund, and Højlund just doesn't perform this season, and we haven't created any service for Højlund yet, maybe you look at Sesko. But personally, as much as I like Sesko, as much as I take him at United, we've got Zirkzee, we've got Højlund. I'd rather the funds be spent elsewhere, because as good as he is, I don't think it's a necessity. And I also think if we're not going to create service for our strikers and we're starving them, well, that's going to be Benjamin Sesko at United. So let's talk about the 7 billion boost. Manchester United's regeneration of Trafford Park could be worth 7.3 billion per year to the UK economy. The plans would deliver huge growth, including 92,000 new jobs, 17,000 new homes, and 1.8 million visitors to the area per year. So that's sort of what's been assessed about United's regeneration project. Oxford Economics, one of the leading independent consultancy firms, has undertaken preliminary assessment of the economic impact of a world-class 100,000-seater stadium as part of a regenerated Trafford Park. And early estimates suggest the project will contribute to significant growth of the UK economy of around 7.3 billion, attracting the creation of 92,000 jobs and over 17,000 new homes and an additional 1.8 million visitors. Now, Man United are hoping to get a little bit of government funding towards this new stadium project, which obviously, I've seen Newcastle fans tweet about raging how unfair that is. But actually, I think when you look at what Manchester United contributes to the economy, we are the biggest club in England. Like, there's no denying the fact that we are the biggest club in England. We are the most followed club. Everyone obsessed with us and talks about us all the time and tries to make up stories about us. We're that big that it's very obvious that, with a large fan base, we'd sell out a 100,000-seater stadium. Yeah, I think that, we could maybe get some backing from the government or some investment towards this project, 100%, because of what it will generate for the UK and the income there. Continuing on, it was said Barcelona will make Marc Bernal's contract renewal official this week, despite interest from United and Newcastle in paying his €20 million release clause. Now, United have been following the young DM who started the first 3 or 4 games of the season at Barcelona, but then suffered a very nasty injury. One of about 5 Barcelona 17-year-olds who's absolutely insane for his age and played first-team football. Looked good. I would have liked him at United. €20 million release clause, £15 million deal. Could be an absolute bargain, but it looks like Barca are going to, talk about, contract renewal this week. And I'm assuming, considering he's 17, he suffered a bad injury, and he's already played a few games at Barcelona at 17. I'm assuming he's going to commit his future to Barcelona, but you never know. I'd love him at Manchester United. But yeah, he just suffered a nasty injury here as well. Continuing on into the next story. So, as said, sources say that Rashford is looking sharp in training at Carrington recently, and Eric Ten Hag did say in a press conference how much better Rashford is now he's sorted out some off-the-field habits, which, I don't know, could be suggesting at something else, but Rashford does look happy, he does look sharp. I know it wasn't great when he came on versus Crystal Palace, but you've taken Xerxes off and all the creative players off, and you stuck Rashford up top on his own with no service. If Rashford had gone on that left wing, I think him and Xerxes are building a decent partnership and play well together. It reminded me a little bit about how Rashford and Martial had a little bit of a partnership and played quite well together as well. Continuing on, thought this was a bit funny. Premier League clubs have sent concerns about gamesmanship and Arsenal's repeated use of dark arcs throughout the season to the PGMOL. Have they? I mean, look, I don't think they should have sent the Arsenal playoff versus Man City because I think it's soft, but it is a red card, but it seems to only apply to Arsenal, not City there. Look, Arsenal complain the most about referees, there's no doubt in my mind. But all the games from shit we've seen from Arsenal, we've seen from Manchester City, But they do complain so much. I mean, I remember the Newcastle decision, they went on and on about it, and it wasn't a bad decision. Like, Liverpool got generally robbed versus Tottenham, and that Diaz goal was onside. But Arsenal, when the ball may or may have not been over the line versus Newcastle, just started going mental about it. It was like, right, the goal might have been in. It's annoying that Man United, when we played Brighton, the ball was out. When Newcastle played Arsenal, the ball was in. But it's crazy how they go on and on and on about referees. But maybe because they haven't won anything, they need to justify it by going on and on and on about the referees. Let's continue on into this next story. Do apologise, we've got a bit of lag. Fabrizio Romano says a new Mainoo contact will take time. Man United are preparing a proposal for Mainoo. United are happy with him and want him to be the face of the new era. Cobby's very happy at United and has a great relationship with Ten Hag. So Man United are currently working on a new contract for Cobby Mainoo. It was also said around United and the mood is better around Man United players and the coaches. Obviously, Ruben Nistelrooy's had a big impact connecting sort of the players to Eric Ten Hag, according to the Mappeteers. There was a lot of fighting within the club between players and coaches last season, apparently, which doesn't surprise me. It felt like there was a bit of a toxic atmosphere. Apparently, there was a fallout with some players and Mitchell van der Gaag, which could be another reason why he's gone for Ruben Nistelrooy. And having people like Wilcox and Ashworth has created better channels of communication between players and staff, which is even better. And Dan Ashworth, people speak about Dan Ashworth and recruitment. Dan Ashworth isn't about recruitment. Dan Ashworth will bring people in to do the recruitment. Dan Ashworth is about building the best environment to succeed in, and that's why he's special. It was said that Ineos do not want to rush anything, and there is still serious questions over Ten Hag, but they don't think they don't think he'll get sacked anytime soon. Ineos just want to see progress and continue in difficult games such as Villa. It was also said that United don't have too much confidence in Ten Hag. Inzaghi is someone that's quite liked within the hierarchy, and the option of managing the Premier League fascinates Inzaghi, so it could be one to watch, but I personally think Nagelsmann is favourite if something happens. Guys, let me know your thoughts down below. I do apologise if there's a bit of lag at the beginning. And also, if you have not already, please do go and vote me in the Football Content Awards. There will be a link in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye.